This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got a lot of important updates to share with you. I'm going to go through all 50 states, let you know which states have stimulus programs and stimulus checks. If you were ever wondering why not your state, or maybe you don't know about it, I'm going to go through it in this video so you'll see if there's a stimulus check or stimulus program going on in your state. I'll give you an inflation report, plus President Biden spoke with President Putin of Russia over the phone. You don't want to miss what President Biden said to Putin. I'll play a video clip of what's going on there, plus some other important updates. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below. So inflation is everywhere, including places you might not expect. So you might have heard 7.5% is the latest inflation report over the past year, and it's crazy how expensive things are getting. Take a look at this video right here, giving you the latest update.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So between $250 and $300 extra per month. That is the amount that the average U.S. household is spending differently. This is according to Moody's Analytics. So inflation above 5% for the past 8 months. That's why we feel it. The latest reading came in at the 4-decade high of 7.5%. So who is being hit the hardest? Experts say millennials and the middle class. Research shows that gasoline is really the big culprit for both groups. So the price at the pump up nearly 50% in December. That has a huge effect. As for the regions that are hit the hardest, here they are in order. So the Midwest, the hardest hit, 7.9%, followed by the South at 7.8%. The West, 7.7%, and then the Northeast hit at 6.3%. Nationally, though, food prices up more than 7% from this time last year. Meat, eggs, fish rising even more. Some measures, some items, bacon up 18% more this time than last year. Peanut butter 15% more. Consumer advocates suggest that shoppers try to shop generic brands, and if you consistently shop at one or two places, you basically just sign up for those membership deals. Some offer you cash back. You just have to have a strategy these days.
When it comes to what is being done about inflation, the White House has said that they've pretty much done everything they can. They used a lot of their tools. It's up to the Federal Reserve to do something else about it, but there's only so much that can be done. Some experts are saying that it might go until the end of 2022 as it is right now, which is pretty crazy. When it comes to the Build Back Better, anonymous Democratic senator calls White House strategy on Build Back Better idiotic. So we don't know who this senator was, but they said, so Manchin walked away from Build Back Better because the White House was putting too much of a spotlight on him, and your response to that is to lean in further on voting rights so that he once again is seen as the problem, an unnamed Democrat senator said. So yeah, this senator not too happy. That's pretty much what happened though. Everything was on Joe Manchin, and he just kind of walked away, said he's out, and it looks like he's still out. We haven't heard any new updates about the Build Back Better or the rebranding of it. Next, let's get into this. Fourth stimulus check update, states providing financial support. Let's go through every single state. I'll go through this as quick as I can, starting off with Alabama. So Alabama doesn't have anything going on there. We have Alaska. So just a reminder, so not every state is going to have a stimulus check, so I'll let you know if some have it, some don't, but this isn't a complete comprehensive list. Just go through this article. There may be other city programs that aren't on this list. So Alaska is giving out $1,236 to Alaskans. That's not even really a stimulus thing. They do that on a regular basis. Arizona has the one-off $1,000 payment for unemployed for part-time work and $2,000 for full-time workers there. Then we have Arkansas, no stimulus there, maybe an increase in SNAP. All right, then we have California. California's had 2 rounds of stimulus, working on a 3rd round as of now because they have a surplus and just way too much money. They don't know what to do with it. Colorado, they've had the TANF, child assistance, employment assistance, energy assistance through LEAP, and food SNAP assistance. Connecticut, they've had 2 different types of unemployment bonuses, $1,000 for full-time workers who took 8 weeks off. Then we have Delaware, not much stimulus going on there. Florida, they're having another round of $1,000 payments, so they gave $1,000 to first responders as well as teachers, and they're giving another round of that for 2022. Georgia, another $1,000 going to teachers for full-time teachers, and $500 for part-time teachers. Hawaii stimulus supposed to offer $2,200 to teachers. Then we have Idaho giving a one-time tax refund of $50. We have Illinois, no stimulus there. Indiana giving $125 stimulus because they have a surplus there. That's for 2022. Iowa stimulus, nothing going on there. Kansas stimulus, nothing going on there. Then we have Kentucky, nothing going on there. Louisiana, no stimulus there. Then we have Maine. So yeah, Maine just doesn't have in this article here, but another $500 stimulus has just been announced in Maine. So that's what's going on there. Maryland stimulus, they gave $300 and $500. $300 to individuals, $500 for couples. Then we have Massachusetts. It doesn't say it here, but I remember reading something about a stimulus going on there. We have Michigan, $500 hazard pay bonus to teachers. Minnesota, no stimulus there. Mississippi, no stimulus there. Missouri, no stimulus. Montana, no stimulus. Nebraska, no stimulus. Nevada, they've had a few. So they've had, actually, it doesn't say it here, but I remember they had something in Nevada. New Hampshire, $1,086 per month. That's for a family that has 3 kids and no income or a certain amount of income. That's the stimulus there. New Jersey, $500 stimulus for the state of New Jersey. Also, I think another $500 stimulus for Atlantic City. Then we have New Mexico, $750 for support there. We have New York stimulus. They have a few different ones going on there. They have a $730 housing assistance. They've had SNAP. They've had rental assistance. That's been a lot higher. They're helping out undocumented workers there. North Carolina stimulus, doesn't say it here, but they had a $300 student stimulus. North Dakota, no stimulus. Ohio, no stimulus. Oklahoma, they offered a one-time payment of $1,200 who got off unemployment. Oregon, no stimulus. Pennsylvania, no stimulus there. Rhode Island, no stimulus. So I notice a lot of these, it's not a complete comprehensive list because I've seen some cities in these states, but it's not sharing it in this article. South Carolina, no stimulus, but I know they have a UBI program in Columbia. That's $500 a month. We have South Dakota, no stimulus. Tennessee, they gave full-time teachers $1,000, part-time teachers $500. Then we have Texas, no stimulus there. Or actually, so Denton and Mansville will increase pay by 2%, while Denton employees will be given a $500 bonus. Then we have Utah. No stimulus there. Vermont, they're given a $7,500 grant for anybody who moved to Vermont to start living and working there. Virginia, no state stimulus. Washington, no state stimulus. West Virginia, no stimulus as well. And Wisconsin, nothing. Wyoming, no stimulus. Yeah, so I feel like this list wasn't really as expansive or wasn't updated recently because I give a lot of updates on these and this wasn't fully there. So I apologize for that, but I'll definitely give more updates on any UBI programs or other stimulus checks in states in the next few days. I'll do a better job of that. Next, let's talk about President Biden talking on the phone with President Putin of Russia. So readout of President Biden's call with President Vladimir Putin of Russia. Very interesting how this turned out because of the Russia-Ukraine conflict that's going on right now. And I'm really curious, what are your thoughts on what's going on? Because I hear different sides of the story. What do you think is going on? What is happening? Take a look at this video clip right here explaining the conversation between the two presidents.
Let's go back to the breaking news and bring in NBC White House correspondent Mike Memoli and foreign correspondent Aaron McLaughlin. Aaron is in Ukraine, in the capital city of Kyiv, covering things from there. Welcome to you both. Mike, we're going to begin with you. What more are you learning about President Biden's conversation with President Putin that wrapped up just about 40 minutes ago or so? Have you gotten a readout?
Yeah, we know that call lasted just about an hour, hour and 2 minutes to be exact. The White House is currently briefing reporters with more details about what the two leaders discussed, but we have gotten our first official readout from the White House, and I'll read to you a bit of what they're saying about this call. The White House is saying that President Biden was clear to President Putin that if Russia undertakes a further invasion of Ukraine, the United States, together with our allies and partners, will respond decisively and impose swift and severe costs on Russia. The president also reiterated that a further Russian invasion in Ukraine would produce widespread human suffering and diminish Russia's standing. So this is the initial top lines from the White House about what these two leaders spoke, obviously emphasizing the president's side of it. What's interesting, Alex, as we've seen just relentless diplomacy over the course of the last 2 months involving the president, other administration officials, our Western allies, all speaking with President Putin of Russia, that there have been very different views about what exactly is even happening. The U.S. side increasingly declassifying information, making more public their concern about just how imminent an invasion was. But President Putin, again this morning, telling the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, that this is just provocative speculation on the part of the West. But we have seen, as Russia has been moving more and more of its forces to Ukraine's border, the U.S. has also been moving some of our forces to prepare to defend some of our NATO allies. Here's Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, laying out what that was all about yesterday.
On the question of the president authorizing more unilateral U.S. forces to Europe, he's been clear all along that he is open to doing so as circumstances warrant. But I want to be very clear about something. These deployments of U.S. service members to Poland, to Romania, to Germany, these are not soldiers who are being sent to go fight Russia in Ukraine. They are defensive deployments. They are non-escalatory. They are meant to reinforce, reassure, and deter aggression against NATO territory.
And now, Alex, just in the last few seconds, that briefing from the White House has wrapped up. And significantly, according to an administration official, there has been no fundamental change to the dynamic as the president, as his advisors have been laying out over the last few days. So it doesn't appear that this call really moved things significantly. You're seeing the photo there of the president during his call with President Putin. This official went on to say that the stakes are too high, really, at this point, that the U.S. is not going to continue to give Russia every last second to try to pull back from the brink here diplomatically, but that the president used this call today to really emphasize the economic cost, but also the cost to Russia's stature in the world if Putin moves forward.
So I'm really curious about your thoughts on this. I haven't really covered this much, but it seems like things are escalating to a point where they're saying an attack could happen at any moment. They want Americans to leave Ukraine. Is an attack going to happen, an invasion? Are we going to have a world war? Let me know your thoughts on all that down in the comments below. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, I didn't see you there. Hi, this is Bella's tip of the day. I want to tell you the one thing when you feel something, when you feel like in a mood, tell the people that how you feel like in your body. Don't try to hide it. Be exposed. Make people like you. Not only yourself, other people too. So that's all I wanted to say for today. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your support. So we actually went to the beach yesterday. It was pretty nice out, nicer than a regular February day in South Carolina. I got to ride the one wheel a bit, which is like an electric skateboard type of thing. Was pushing my daughter Kalei around. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was a good time. Hopefully you had a great weekend. If you want to check out the latest video on my other channel, you could click up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.